This is Red Up for On the Raider Today blog coming to another edition of MLB Observations of the 2022 season, Week 19. Marlins, I'm going to keep saying this to you guys, man. Blade is one of the many young outfielders you have, so why has he been in the middle lineup? Then you back, Brian Anderson and Garrett Cooper second when they're supposed to be in the middle of the lineup. That where you're just like, okay, cool. That's an issue there. There should be in the middle lineup, not Miguel Rojas. Joey Wendell's not a shortstop. He's also should not be batting in the middle lineup. Anderson batting second is kind of a waste, too. And it's just like, what are you doing? And then they lost the DH with all the maneuvering, so they just don't know what they're doing there. Atlanta, Acuna batting leadoff, still got an issue with that when he should bat in the middle lineup. Glad he's playing right field because he's not a center fielder. Swanson batting first is a little bit of a much for a guy who's only recently been a good hitter. It's more of the fact that batting second's been perfect for him. And Matt Olson batting fourth is pretty good, but he's batting third, so I just thought it was something to bring up. And then Ozuna batting eighth. The dude's supposed to be your slugging DH, not an eighth hitter. And Williams is a backup catcher. Why is he batting fifth? Kyle McHugh wasting his innings out of the bullpen. That's kind of like, again, you don't have enough starting pitching yet to go out and get over to Rizzi. Profar, again, been over this. He's not an outfielder. He's shortstop by trade, but he's also a leadoff hitter. But it's better than other guys leading off. Grisham leading off is good, but he's not a great hitter. So at least they did it once. Brandon Drury, I'm a huge fan of him, but he's not a middle-of-the-order hitter. No, it's Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth to be at the top, and Drury towards the bottom. Juan Soto should be batting third, not second. And again, he's not a right fielder. He should be playing left field. Washington, Luke Voigt, you got him to be the middle lineup. Not the bat second, because then you get Yadier Hernandez, Lane Thomas, Cesar Hernandez, and Keibert Ruiz all batting in the middle of the lineup when Ruiz is a rookie catcher. Cesar Hernandez is a contact-hitting second baseman. The other two are backup outfielders on most teams. Lane Thomas batting leadoff was perfect, and this Menendez dude is a first baseman playing the outfield. But again, when you got Nelson Cruz at DH and you have Luke Voigt at first base, he has to play the outfield. But again, why is he batting second? That is a waste of his talent right there. Cleveland, again, the whole Rosario Jimenez, swap them defensively. Jimenez, if he played shortstop and was hitting the way he is this year, he'd be one of the better players in the league. Rosario, not a world's greatest shortstop, so him playing shortstop's not best, but him, not a two-hitter, should be low in the lineup. And Jimenez should not be batting fifth, lower. Owen Miller, not a first baseman, got Josh Naylor. There's no point. Blue Jays, I don't know what you're doing here. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and Chapman. Why are they taking turns batting first or second? They're middle-of-the-order hitters. Springer has been doing this for a while, even though he's not a leadoff hitter. Biggio playing first base when he's a second baseman is a stretch or right field. Then the biggest stretch is Whit Merrifield's not a center fielder. You had Zimmer, and you have Tapia, and you picked up Jackie Bradley Jr., so one of those guys left. Those are the only guys playing center field. Even Springer playing center field is, a little bit of a stretch at this point, but that's better than playing Whit Merrifield in center field. At least he plays second base once. Bo Bichette batting fifth is fine. He's a good offensive player, but he's good at the top, and Alonzo Kirk is a backup catcher. He should not be batting in the middle lineup. Kazuki, why is he pitching out of the bullpen? He's supposed to be one of your better starters. Orioles. Adley Rutschman, he's a good catcher so far. It's a rookie, but he's not a two-hitter, nor is Hayes. He's not a middle-of-the-order hitter, and Santander should not be batting second. Urias should not be batting the middle lineup either. He's a contact hitter. And Rivera, I guess he's a natural-born third baseman, so I don't know why they're playing him in the outfield. The Rays, Randy Rosarena and David Peralta. They're not leadoff hitters, nor they're number two hitters, nor is the combination of Diaz or Choi. Diaz and Choi is your middle lineup, not 1 and 2. Paredes is not a middle-of-the-order, he's a super utility man, but again, you got enough first basemen, so you're not playing first base. And Harold Ramirez is back, but he's a fourth outfielder, not a DH, and not a three-hitter. Brandon Lyle's not a cleanup hitter, but him batting second's perfect because he's a contact guy. And then Yu Chang, the utility man, he pitched in a blowout, so that's usually what utility men do. And Jalen Beeks did start a game, which I'm like, finally. But then they threw him back out as a reliever. And then Yarbrough pitching on the bullpen when he's one of the only good starters they have. Philly, Rhys Hoskins on our two-hitter. I'm glad they're taking Schwarber out of the leadoff spot, but Hoskins should not be batting second. Shane Segura batted leadoff once, perfect. Garrett Stubbs, a backup catcher. Why do you ever throw him in left field? That's a waste. And then Hall, the rookie, he's not a cleanup hitter. As a rookie, that's a lot of pressure. Then you got the Mets. Mark Canha is a first baseman by trade who's placed the outfield. Not a third baseman, but again, with injuries, they had to do that. And then McCann played first base, so they moved things around. Jeff McNeil, we know he's a good contact hitter. He's not a middle-of-the-order batting sixth. And Darren Ruff pitching a blowout, which is interesting. Tiger. Willie Castro, stop playing in the outfield. He's not an outfielder, nor is he a three-hitter. Nor is Harold Castro a middle-of-the-order hitter or a DH. And again, playing first base when they got multiple first basemen on this team. He did play once as shortstop, Willie, so that's good. Derek Norris is now back with Detroit, which is news to me. And again, they started him twice, which is perfect because he actually is the starting pitcher. I've been having this issue for years with this guy. Hero Castro, again, not a DH. And Haas is a backup catcher, not an outfielder. Like, what are you doing with these catchers in the outfield? And then Victor Reyes batting second's perfect. White Sox. A.J. Pollock, days of playing center fielder behind him, so I don't know why. I know Robert's been hurt, but that's not the guy you want to play in center field every day. And leading off, he was over 4 in the game I went to. That's horrible. Vaughn should be batting middle lineup because when the Sox are having Harrison, Sosa, and the Gonzalez dude, and even when and Zevi Zavala and Adam Engel, those are not, and Josh Allen, those are not 6, 7, 8 hitters. If you had Vaughn batting lower in the lineup, that would be good. Moncada, they took him out of the 2 spot. I'm glad. But again, he's not a 2-hitter. And Sheets playing the outfield with Vaughn as the bad defensive outfield, having 2 first basemen. Eloy batting third, I'm like okay with that with Robert hurt. But again, he should be batting 5th to give Jose Barrier protection. Robert's good batting third when he did play. Harrison will be over this. Now a 6 or 7 hitter, nor is Adam Engel. And then Grandal moving to first base in a blowout. That's fine. You maneuver things around, losing a DH in a blowout. And then Josh Harrison pitched in the blowout. Yankees, DJ LeMahieu and Judge batting 1 and 2. Lead over this. Judge not a leadoff, not a 2-hitter, and DJ LeMahieu is better suited to bat second, not leadoff. But he's better than what they had. Thought getting injured Benintendi would fix that, but he batted 1st and 6th, which is a waste. Okay, IKF, Isaac Kalepa is not a shortstop. He's a catcher by trade. And Gleyber Torres, not a leadoff hitter. Jose Trevino is a backup catcher at most teams, not a 5-hitter. Mark Gonzalez, he played shortstop once, but then he threw him in the outfield. Okay, and then Judge is not a center fielder about this. He's a corner guy. Red Sox. Tommy Pham leading off and Devers batting second. It's stupid when Devers should be batting 3 through 5, and then Pham, if you want to bat him second, that's a good spot for him. Verdugo's not a cleanup hitter. That's what we got Martinez and Bogarts for. And then Arroyo, again, utility man should now be batting 5th. Kiki Hernandez is not a 7th hitter. He's either going to bat him 1 or 2 or bottom. And he played some shortstop, which was cool. Mariners. Julio Rodriguez having a great rookie year. Now he's back from injuries as well. But he's not a leadoff hitter or 2-hitter. Batting 5th or 6th would be perfect. And Ty France, we know, he's not a 2-hitter. He's a power guy. Then Adam Frazier is a contact speed guy, not a number 6 hitter. Nor J.P. Crawford, a 5 or 6 hitter. He's a contact or speed guy. And then playing Frazier, Moore, and Haggerty, and Jake Lamb in the outfield when their infielders is stupid. Okay, Texas. Marcus Semien and Corey Seager are supposed to be middle lineup, not 1 and 2 hitters. And this Josh Smith dude is a third baseman playing in the outfield when they got enough outfielders. Because then Jonah Heimbat's clean up, and he's not a cleanup hitter. Garrett Richards and Matt Moore, again, starting pitchers pitching out of the bullpen, wasting innings, when right now the Rangers don't have great pitching. Dodgers. Mookie Betts and Trey Turner batting 1 and 2. We went over this. Trey Turner is perfect leadoff hitter. Mookie Betts should be in the middle of this lineup. Will Smith is a good offensive catcher, but he's not a cleanup hitter. Hanser Alberto pitching a blowout, which is what you do to utility man. And Tony Walter's a backup catcher. Why is he playing second base? They got so many guys who can do that. Freddie Freeman batting second. Don't go back to that. Let him be in the middle lineup. Chris Taylor, I'm glad he's back from injury. And he's played some great outfielders, a natural born shortstop, but again, not a center fielder. When you have Trace Thompson on the team, I'm just like, come on. That's like, what are you doing there? And then Bellinger, again, if he's going to be 9th hitter, maybe just put him in the corner spot because he's not the world's greatest outfielder to begin with. But again, his pedigree is not a 9-hitter, and Gavin Lux is not a 6 or 7 hitter. He's batting 1, 2 at the bottom. Again, it's just a waste of time there. David Price, when you got a bullpen, again, wasting it. I'd rather have him than Heaney or Anderson. Royals. Melendez is not a leadoff hitter. He's a good offensive player, but again, that's not a leadoff hitter. He's more of a guy you move around. So at the same time there, he's not an outfielder. I've seen him play the outfield both in Chicago and in Kansas City. He's a horrible outfielder, okay? There's no reason. Bobby Witt Jr. batting second's okay. It's better than him batting third. Prado's a first baseman, but there's no room because between O'Hearn and Dozier and this Pasolino dude, there's no room. So fine, he's a rookie. You could throw a rookie in the outfield. But I don't want to see O'Hearn, the veteran, and Dozier, one of their better hitters, playing the outfield when they're not great outfielders. Rooker, he's a backup outfielder. Why is you DHing him when you could DH the sluggers? And why is he batting 5th? It's a waste of his spot in the lineup. And Michael A. Taylor's not a great hitter. Batting 6 is way too high in the lineup. Nor batting him leadoff. He's never been a great hitter. And then Witt Jr. playing shortstop with natural position. And Lopez played shortstop some this week. And then someone else. They're just doing all this maneuvering at that position. And then Luke Weaver. Again, the Royals don't have a great rotation. And they just said they're moving Brad Keller to the bullpen. Why isn't Luke Weaver a talented enough starting pitcher actually starting instead of pitching out a bullpen? The 8th. We voted this. Chad Pinder and Tony Kemp. They're not outfielders. They're infielders, okay? Laureano's a Gold Glove caliber outfielder, so DHing him is a waste, but he's not the world's greatest hitter, so 5 and 4 is stupid. Second's okay. Seth Brown, he's a corner outfielder. I've never once heard to say, wow, Seth Brown's a bad defensive outfielder. He's got to play first base. No. He's not going to play him in center field, but at least they played him once in the outfield, because again, first base can go to a bunch of guys who can't field or natural born infielders. Pinder, again, 5th is a bad spot for utility man. He's not a great hitter. And Andrew, not a DH or a 5-hitter. Good thing is now he's in the White Sox. The White Sox know not to DH him or bat him 5th. Astros. Altuve's the perfect 2-hitter, not a leadoff hitter. Yuli Gurriel should be in the middle lineup, not second. Because then you get Lesme Diaz and Pena, McCormick, and Myers batting 6th and 7th, and there's not really where they should go. Dubon batting first is good with his speed, and Pena batting second this year a lot was pretty good. Trey Mancini played left field. I'm like, dude, he left Baltimore, and Brantley's out for the year, and you have all these other talented players. He should only play first base or DH, Trey Mancini. That just makes no sense there. Brewers, Yelich should be at middle lineup now. 1 or 2, waste. Brasaro's, again, a first baseman playing the third base to stretch, and he's on a cleanup hitter. Then Colton Wong's batting 5th because you're wasting Yelich in the 1 and 2 spot when you could put Colton Wong at the top of the lineup. Cardinals, I'm guessing that Dylan Carlson playing center field is what they're going to do going forward, but he's not a leadoff hitter. And then again, at the same time, Tyler O'Neill's a middle of the order hitter, not a 2-hitter. Tommy Edman should be batting 1 or 2 or not the bottom. Him batting 6th is a waste of time. And then Lars Nootbaar batting first when he's a slugger is stupid. And Dickerson is not the world's greatest outfielder in the world, but he can handle himself in left field. Right field is stretch, and then they're playing Donovan and Gorman in the outfield, and their infield is a waste. Carlson batting 7th, I thought that would be interesting because he was batting leadoff most of the time. 7th is fine, driving runs. Lars Nootbaar, I wrote this twice, him batting leadoff is stupid. And then Jordan Hicks, is he a starting pitcher? Is he a reliever? Is he a setup man? He's a closer. What are they doing with this guy that he is now pitching on a bullpen when they don't have enough starting pitching? Diamondback. Tell Marte me your best hitter, so maybe bat him 3rd, it's fine, but he's a 1 or 2 guy. Wasting the DH spot on him when you have like 5 catchers and first basemen is stupid. Because then Varsho, a catcher by trade, is playing center field or right field, and Hummel's in the outfield, which is a waste. And then Varshall's not a leadoff hitter, he's a power guy. Hummel did catch, which is interesting, but then Carson Kelly came back and caught, and then they DH'd him once, and then he batted leadoff. Carson Kelly's not a leadoff hitter as a catcher nor a DH. They lost the DH maneuvering, and then Seth Beer is supposed to be a DH on this team. You don't DH guys 8th. Rockies. Iglesias is not a leadoff hitter or 2-hitter because he's not a world's greatest hitter, nor is he a middle-of-the-order guy either. You bat at the bottom of the lineup. Rainer Rogers is a young player, but he's not a 3-hitter, and Charlie Blackmon's been perfect in the leadoff spot. Why move him to 2? Randall Grichuk is not a center fielder by trade. He's a corner guy. At least he's a natural-born outfielder. With Garrett Hampson, he's not even an outfielder by trade. He's a shortstop. And Connor Joe's a first baseman by trade, so that's kind of a waste there. And then Lamet and Gomber pitching out a bullpen when Gomber was supposed to be this great guy in this rotation. I don't know what they're doing there. Twins, Carlos Correa is supposed to be mad in the middle of the lineup, not 2. And then moving Buxton between 1, 2, and 3 is stupid when he's been good in the leadoff spot. And Polanco's been great in the 5 spot, so why you got to put him like 4th, 5th, 6th, 2nd? It's a waste. And Arai batting him 1, 2, and 3 when he's perfect in the 2 spot, perfect at second base. He's not a leadoff hitter. He's not a number 5 hitter. He's not even a first baseman. Miranda batting 3rd when you have all these sluggers is a waste, man. And then Kepler batting 8th when he's been usually the middle lineup is, again, stupid. And then Nick Gordon, we noticed the shortstop playing the outfield, and Beckham's the shortstop playing first base. At least Gordon's got speed and he can run down all those plays. Then the Angels with Mr. Ohtani. Again, not a leadoff hitter or a 2-hitter. If he's batting, I'm going to say this. In the middle lineup, it's perfect. Rengifo, not a middle-of-the-order hitter. Stassi's not a middle-of-the-order hitter. And they lost the DH maneuvering because of the Ohtani stuff. Ward's a catcher playing the outfield. We've been over that. And then Tuki Toussaint, they finally took my advice, and they actually played this guy as a starting pitcher instead of reliever because he is a starting pitcher by trade, and Atlanta just moved him to the bullpen when they were done with him, okay? And then Pirates. Reynolds is not a center fielder. He's a corner guy. Batting him second's okay, but perfect to bat him 3rd. Van Meter is a quad A player. You don't waste your time with that when you're a young team going nowhere. Then wasting the DH spot on Gamble and Greg Allen. Natural-born center fielders who are great defensive players, and batting middle lineup is a waste. Marcado's an infielder. Stop playing him in the outfield. Will Crow, the starting pitcher, stop wasting his inning as a reliever when he could start. And then this O'Neal Cruz is supposed to be this sensational player, shortstop. Why is he playing the outfield with maneuvering? That's stupid. Giants. Slater's a good hitter, but he's not the world's greatest outfielder. I've seen him make bad plays. So him batting first or playing center field is stupid. And then Brandon Belt, when you bat him second, then you get the likes of Yastrzemski and Estrada and Lamonte Wade all batting in the middle lineup when they're not supposed to be. Okay, and Wade's a waste of a DH spot. Same thing with LaStella when LaStella can play second base and Wade can play center field. J.D. Davis, I thought the days of playing the outfield would be over with Longoria healthy. I guess you got to play him sometimes in left field. And Estrada, I thought he's the great utility infielder. Why is he in the outfield? Then the Cubs. Contreras should be out middle lineup, not batting second. Happ was perfect in 3 spots, so why are you maneuvering him to cleanup when he's not a cleanup hitter, a power guy, or a 2-hitter? Nico Horner, you moving him around in 5th and 6th when 2 was pretty good, but again, middle. He's not a middle order, he's the bottom of the order hitter. Madrigal batting leadoff is perfect because he got speed and contact. Ortega's speed and contact batting him first and playing center field is great, but again, not a 6th hitter. And then Wisdom as a first baseman by trade, so playing with third base is stupid. I'm glad they were playing him somewhat at first base. Burrell, who played second, short, and third, now he's playing center field again. We noticed he's not an outfielder. And wasting Newcomb and Brault out of the bullpen when the Cubs don't have enough starting pitching is really stupid when those guys can start innings for them. And then the Reds, Senzel, we've been over this. I like the guy, but he's not a great outfielder, being a natural-born infielder, so left field would be perfect. Especially you got Jacob Fraley, and they got this other dude they called up that can actually play center field, and you got Albert Moore Jr. Then they played this Lopez, an infielder in the outfield. It's like, come on, you're already doing that. Farmer, he's not a three-hitter, so I'm glad he's not playing shortstop, but third base is okay, but he's not a middle-order hitter. Nor Solano or Reynolds. Those are what you call super utility man or quad A player, and then playing first base or DH for the waste when you have those. And Fraley is a good defensive center fielder. He should not be DHing. And Jonathan India should be getting every opportunity to play second base every day. Do not waste a DH spot on him. Thank you for listening to another edition of MLB Observations for the 2022 season, Week 19. For On the Raider Table Log, I'm Raider. See you guys next time.